Welcome back to JB Reviews. I have a 2024 GMC Sierra 3500 AT4 with the Duramax. Now listen, you guys know I have a 2023 and a lot of you guys are like, why didn't you wait to get this? And I'll be honest with you, I kind of wish I did. But special shout out to Jerry Seiner, Buick GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. Brody actually sold this truck, and he actually sold me my truck. So if you are in the market, be sure to ask for him. I will put his number here in the video, and yeah, let him know you saw the video. Now this is the window sticker for the AT4. Here's some of the specs, colors, and here's some of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it to see more. And base price is $70,300. Now the diesel is going to be the most expensive option, and then you have the AT4 Premium Plus, and here's everything that's going to come in there. Gooseneck and fifth wheel prep package was $545, and then Onyx Black was $495 with a high idle switch at $200. Destination comes in at $1,895 with a total price of $87,895. Now here's my truck, $87,550. Now the only thing I see that this truck doesn't have is the trailer tire pressure monitor system. So that's it. These are basically the exact same trucks. So listen, I think that if you're in the market for a GMC, you are in for a treat. Like this front end, guys, whew, man, I thought my truck looked good. This is the truck here. I don't like the Denali compared to this. The blackout look on the grille, the red tow hooks, the black chrome. Oh man, it looks so good. And let's check out the animation right here. Ready? There it is. It's pretty cool, right? And as I mentioned, you have a blacked out front grille with black chrome. Looks really nice. There's an AT4 badge. Forward-facing camera with a sprayer. Mikey P actually pointed it out to me. And you have the parking sensors down below. Nice little trim piece with a LED fog light. And then you do have that dual beam LED. It's gonna be high and low beam with the accent light as you just saw. And it's gonna have like a switchback too. Be sure to watch my last video I did. I had a Denali in a garage, and these headlights are pretty much the exact same. Now check out your hood scoop. It's pretty much the same as mine. But wow, this front end is fire. They even restyled down below here too. I will show you guys this truck and my truck side by side, so be sure to watch that video. But on the side here, new style wheel. I like this a lot better because it just blacks out the truck more or less. Wow. It looks really good. And they're still using the Goodyear Wrangler tires. Now these are the Trail Runners, which are my favorite. These have low noise. They still have that aggressive look to them. 275, 65, 20. I think this is a 33-inch tire. And then here are the capacities. 3,750 pounds at 80 PSI. Independent front suspension. You have the power deployable running boards. No chrome on them. And it has an LED strip down below that shines on the ground at night. They did restyle this slightly too. It kind of bulges out a little bit more. Mirrors are pretty much unchanged. And then here's that camera down below. Pretty much all around the windows is painted. Door handles. Now something they took away from the 2024s is you have smart key system on the front but not on the rear doors. Mine does have it on both, so I'm kind of bummed that that does go away. 36-gallon fuel tank, 7-gallon DEF tank. You still have the steps, which look great. And because this is a 3500, you have the overload leaf springs, 5 leads in the main pack, Rancho shocks because this has the AT4. And check out these taillights. Whoa. So they did restyle these. Now they didn't do anything really different. For some people, they won't notice it on the Denalis. But you can clearly tell that they restyled these taillights. They look really good. And this one does still have the special tailgate because I can never remember the name. turns into a step. You have your 4 and 7 pin handle, 5th wheel prep package, and they're still giving you the option to have 2 cameras above, one for the rearview mirror and then one for the bed. Camera inputs are right below. 7 pin, class 5 receiving hitch, 2.5 inch opening, 342 rear end still. Wow. Even though black paint is harder to keep clean, this is the only way to get this truck. Like, it looks so good in black. Now let's talk about this Duramax diesel under the hood. I really do believe that this is going to be the long-term reliable diesel option in this segment because GM is playing it safe. 470 horsepower and 975 pound-feet of torque may not be class leading, but I think that GM allows you to put that power down a lot better compared to the other two. My Ram had the worst torque management in the world. And Fords, they start in 2nd gear. This truck has a 12-inch ring gear. The torque does come on a lot better, low end. And let's face it, it's built for reliability. Denso fuel pump, and I mean, again, Allison transmission. I know it's stamped of approved, but this is how Allison would build their 10-speed if they were to build one. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and check out the biggest update on this truck. Now, one thing that GM really had to do for 2024 was update this interior, and I don't think no one is unhappy with this new interior, especially me. I can't wait to show you guys a comparison with my truck. So this door card has a whole new design. The speaker grille looks a lot better. It's just a little bit more luxurious. They're still using the same buttons on the door, however these have been restyled. Door handle's aluminum, and then you have like this black chrome that runs around. Soft touch, pretty much where you like it at. Down below is still a little bit of hard plastics, but not a big deal. You have an AT4 badge under here, and then here's some of your seat controls. Now, as far as the seats go, you do have a perforated leather, and I think this is like Kalahari. I think that's what this color is called here. There is an AT4 badge. You can kind of see it right there. And telescoping steering wheel. Now I'm going to complain a little bit. I was hoping to see power for this because the half tons have it, so they should have added it for the HDs. Just saying, but I think that this might be the reason why they didn't add it. That's just my opinion. And then here's some of your controls for your lighting and four-wheel drive and driving modes. Electronic park brake here. Heads-up display. That is going to be a 15-inch display. You have a 12.3-inch display for your gauge, and then 13.4. So they have the biggest in the HD segment currently. Now these buttons did not change, which is not a big deal. But here's your stock for your windshield wipers and turn signals and lights. Door sounds great. Look at this dash. Whoa! Man, I love this like trim piece right there. Has a nice appearance to it. They have like a chrome accent right there. Even like the way that the vents sit, it's just really nice. This is actually soft touch too. And here's some of the buttons down below. Heated and ventilated seats, dual climate control. You can control the air, exhaust brake, lane keep assist, park assist. You can drop the tailgate from inside the truck, cautions, traction control, downhill assist. Nice storage. This is a little different from Chevys. So I'll have to get a Chevy and put these side by side. You have a Type A, Type C, USB, trailer brake controllers right there. And here's your charger, 2 more USBs, storage in the center that pops out. I would like to have seen maybe a different pedal setup for the AT4. I'm just being picky because I can't be. But let's jump on this side so you guys can see the dash, and I'll show you guys up here too. Really nice interior design. They do allow you to pull out these carpet inserts too. Same seat controls that you saw on that side. LED lights, home link, you can slide the rear glass, sunroof controls. Now, do you guys notice something? The roof in this truck is completely black. You see that? And the Denali is like a dark gray, so it doesn't really match the rest of the interior. They do finish this in Velcro now too. And this is just in hard plastic, which is not a big deal. This is all soft touch too. Little storage bin right there. Out back, I'm gonna climb in because I want to show you guys something. You have the AT4 badge on the center console with that stitching, perforated leather. You have heated outboard seats, 2 more USBs, air vents. We'd love to see a 120 volt power plug right here. Flat floor surface. There is storage below the seat. Okay. It's really nice. Now let's go ahead and check out the technology of this truck. So here's the animation. It's really cool. Push button start, pre-fill on the brake. Starts with the Duramax. Let's go ahead and get everything started up too. You have your maps. I'm gonna start over here first. Now, one of the biggest updates that they did was you can now see your temperature and time outside of the screen. That's a big deal for me because when I traveled cross country towing a trailer, the temperature went from like 40 degrees down to like 20, and I didn't notice it until like I was seeing snow. So if there's ice on the road, things like that, it's always good. Now you can set up your time and temperature inside this screen. You were not able to see the temperature on this side, so I like that they changed that. It's a huge update for me. And one thing that I like about having this larger screen is the fact that you can actually do a split screen. So if you push this arrow right here on the side, you can have audio and navigation. They also have, you know, something for your trailer, and then they just have an analog clock here. You can push that back in if you'd like. Now, one thing you have to learn for this system is, and this is for all the GMs that I've noticed, is where the home buttons are. So there's one there on the screen, and then there's this button. Now, what's good about this is you can find a lot of the settings and things like that inside of here. Great camera views. You do have one on the front and rears. You have one on the mirrors, great for going off-road. And you also have for the back tires too. If you're towing a trailer conventionally, there you go. And as I mentioned, bed camera. You can zoom in. Also, this is the other camera view that I was telling you about out back above the bed. As far as this screen goes, I'll come back over to the 13.4 in a second, but one thing I like about this new system is that you can customize this pretty easily. So you can change the whole display to either classic, which is in now, or you can do a progressive. You also have a digital. And if you're one of the people who don't want to see a bunch of crap on the screen, well, there you go. You can just see little to nothing. Now I'm gonna go back to classic because this truck is so I'm not gonna change anything. But you also have information that you can change on both sides where the miles per hour is and the RPMs. It's really cool. And it doesn't just stop there. You also have an info page here. So let's go here. So you can check and uncheck what you want to see. I personally like to see fuel economy. Off-road is nice to see, engine hours and transmission. I personally will uncheck the air filter life, brake pad life, personally. But yeah, I like everything else that you see there. So you have your miles per hour, drive summary. So it just pretty much keeps track of your drive. And then trip 1 and trip 2. Timer. You have tire pressure. They restyled this, and then driver assistance for like your lane keep, and then your radar cruise control. Oil life, brake pad life, air filter life, fuel filter life, off-road, and then engine hours, transmission fluid, and then diesel exhaust fluid. And then you have a blank page. Now, last thing I want to show you on this side is just some of the other list of things that you have, like for your audio. It's easy to set up the phone. You just have to go to manage phones, go to Bluetooth on your phone, and just kind of set it up that way. And you do have a spot for trailering too, so you can set up your trailers. If you have multiples, they have that option for you too. And settings, and there's just a few things that you can do to set this truck up. But let's go ahead and take a look at the payload number, and that will pretty much end the video. So here is the gross axle weight rating out front, which does not change. The gross axle weight rating in the rear is going to be 7,250, which is pretty much the same too. And 12.1 GVWR. Gross combined weight rating went up by 300 pounds. It was 29.7. And then curb weight is kind of high actually. It's a little bit higher than my truck. Now this truck is identical to mine, so you do lose a little bit of payload. Max payload is 3,663 pounds, 20,000 pound conventional towing, 21.6 for gooseneck. But yeah, special shout out to Jerry Seiner GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. They did allow me to do this video. This truck was available, but it is sold now. So if you are in the market, be sure to ask for Brody and let them know you guys saw the video. See you guys soon.